Could a 1965, 1982, or 1998 nickel in your pocket be worth a small fortune? These ordinary-looking coins might just hide extraordinary secrets. Let's uncover them. Quietly become one of the most intriguing objects in the world of numismatics. At first glance, a coin produced over half a century ago might seem like a simple piece of circulating currency, but under careful scrutiny, certain specimens reveal mistakes that transform them into coveted treasures. This coin, minted in an era of meticulous production, occasionally holds errors that are not only historically significant but also capable of fetching prices that defy expectations, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions. Every coin that leaves the mint is subject to a series of rigorous checks, yet the 1965 nickel occasionally escapes the watchful eye of quality control. Subtle imperfections can occur during the minting process, and these errors capture the interest of collectors around the globe. Some errors are the result of misaligned dies, where the metal planchet does not properly align with the coin's intended design, creating an off-center image that appears as though it has been shifted to one side. Others include double dies, where an unintentional overlap of the design creates a striking, almost three-dimensional effect on the coin's surface. It is these kinds of anomalies that can send the value of a 1965 nickel soaring far beyond its face value. The intricate details of the minting process hold clues to the coin's potential worth. Each coin is struck with precision from a carefully engraved die, intended to produce uniformity and clarity in every piece. However, even a slight slip or misalignment can result in a misstrike, a small error that, under normal circumstances, might be overlooked. For the trained eye, these deviations are a signal that a rare error has occurred, a deviation that could indicate a production rarity. Collectors who have spent years studying minting specifications know that even minute differences in the coin's design, such as a shifted or doubled element, can dramatically alter its desirability and value. One common error that attracts attention in 1965 nickels is the misalignment of the die. This happens when the coin's image is not centered on the planchet, leading to a design that is partially cut off or appears uneven. Such a misstrike might seem like a manufacturing flaw at first, but for collectors, it represents a moment when the process deviated from the norm in a unique way. A misaligned coin can display a signature shift that distinguishes it from thousands of identical coins produced without error. The rarity of this misalignment, combined with the historical significance of the minting year, creates an allure that few collectors can resist. Equally captivating is the double die error. This error occurs when the dies used to strike the coins have been impressed more than once, causing the design elements to appear as if they have been duplicated. The result is a coin with a subtly layered appearance that almost seems to vibrate with extra detail. While a double die might be extremely difficult to spot with the naked eye, experts using magnification and careful comparison with known standards can identify the minute irregularities. The complexity of a double die error adds a layer of mystique to the coin, as collectors appreciate both the artistic imperfection and the rarity of the mistake. Real-life stories from the numismatic community further unearth the coin's allure. One collector, who had spent years scanning his collection for anomalies, recalls finding a 1965 nickel that exhibited a barely noticeable misalignment along the edge. Initially dismissed as a simple oddity, closer examination with specialized tools confirmed that the coin was a rare off-center strike. A discovery that led to a bidding war at a major auction, eventually selling for a sum that reached into six figures. In another instance, a seasoned collector shared the tale of acquiring a 1965 nickel with a double die error. At first, the error was so subtle that it escaped immediate notice, but once verified by an expert, its value skyrocketed. These accounts reveal how dedicated research and an eye for detail can lead to discoveries that redefine a coin's worth. Collecting error coins is not merely about luck. It requires a deep understanding of minting techniques, historical context, and the specific traits that define each type of error. For enthusiasts, the process begins with studying official mint records and comparing coins side by side. Knowing the standard specifications of a 1965 nickel, such as its weight, diameter, and design details, provides a baseline for identifying discrepancies. When a coin deviates from these standards, even in minor ways, it raises the possibility of an error. The technique of comparing multiple specimens from the same year is a fundamental tool that allows collectors to isolate genuine errors from coins that might simply be worn or damaged from circulation. The appeal of error coins lies in their rarity and the story they tell. Each error represents a moment when the precise machinery of the minting process faltered, leaving behind a unique mark of human fallibility. For collectors, this human element transforms an otherwise ordinary coin into an artifact of historical significance. A 1965 nickel with an error is more than a piece of metal. It is a testament to the unpredictability of mass production and the serendipitous moments that can create lasting value. It is important for anyone considering an investment in error coins to educate themselves thoroughly. Recognizing the subtle differences requires both patience and expertise. There are guides and experts available who can assist in verifying whether a coin is indeed an error or simply a result of wear and tear over time. Resources such as detailed numismatic catalogs, online forums, and local coin clubs offer insights that can help budding collectors develop a discerning eye. Knowing what to look for, whether it is an off-center strike, a double die, or another irregularity, can make the difference between a common coin and a prized collectible. As the story of the 1965 U.S. nickel unfolds, the culmination of knowledge and careful observation becomes apparent. The coin's potential value is not just about its age or rarity, but the intersection of historical production practices and the rare moments when the process went awry. These deviations can transform an otherwise mundane piece of currency into a symbol of numismatic achievement. The most valuable information about these coins often comes from the experts and collectors who have dedicated years to studying them. Their experiences and discoveries serve as a guide, offering both caution and inspiration to those seeking to unearth their own hidden treasures. The journey of a 1965 nickel from a routine piece of currency to a multimillion-dollar collectible is a testament to the unexpected wonders that lie within our everyday objects. Each coin carries with it the history of its production, the skill of its makers, and, occasionally, the extraordinary error that sets it apart from all others. By understanding the minting specifications, the nature of common and rare errors, and the real-life experiences of those who have uncovered these mistakes, collectors gain a window into a world where precision meets unpredictability. The thrill of discovering an error coin lies not just in its monetary value, but in the knowledge that you have found something truly unique, a piece of history that holds secrets waiting to be deciphered. Among the coins that circulate every day, the 1998 U.S. nickel coin carries an unexpected potential that few might suspect. This coin, minted with precision and care, sometimes reveals rare minting errors that transform it from a simple piece of currency into a coveted collectible. Although its design follows the standard guidelines of the U.S. Mint, occasional anomalies during production can make it worth hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions. The hidden value lies in errors that occur during the coin's production, a twist of fate that turns a common item into an extraordinary find. In the minting process, every detail is controlled with exacting standards. The coin's metal composition, weight, and design elements are carefully managed at multiple facilities across the country. Despite these strict measures, imperfections sometimes slip through the quality control process. These minting errors can take various forms, such as double die errors, misstrikes, or even subtle die cracks. Each error, though unintended, adds a unique signature that collectors cherish. Over time, such rare errors have elevated coins like the 1998 nickel into the realm of high-stakes collectibles. One of the most intriguing errors is the double die error. In this scenario, the coin is struck twice by the die, causing the design to appear doubled. Collectors examine elements such as the portrait, lettering, and mint mark to detect even the slightest doubling. For a coin like the 1998 nickel, a clear and consistent double die error can significantly raise its value. Experts look for duplications in the fine lines and edges that would not be present in a standard issue. Such duplications, when found, mark the coin as an anomaly worth further investigation. Another error that garners attention is the misstrike, where the coin is not perfectly centered during the striking process. In a misstrike, parts of the design may be incomplete or shifted to one side. While some misstrikes are minor and easily overlooked, others are dramatic and clearly separate the coin from its standard counterparts. A misstrike error on a 1998 nickel can be subtle, yet the misalignment is enough to make it a prized find among collectors. It requires a keen eye and familiarity with the coin's normal appearance to spot these irregularities. Die cracks provide another fascinating aspect of error coins. These occur when the metal coin is struck with a die that has developed small fissures or imperfections. The resulting coin displays unexpected lines or patterns that deviate from the standard design. Although a die crack might seem like an insignificant flaw, it can add to the coin's uniqueness. Collectors know that a die crack error, especially when it appears in a consistent and verifiable manner, can dramatically enhance a coin's rarity and, by extension, its value. Such errors are typically discovered only upon close examination. Attention to minting specifications further explains why errors in the 1998 nickel are so significant. The U.S. Mint maintains rigorous quality control measures, ensuring that each coin meets precise standards for dimensions and design. When an error slips past these controls, it is often because the mistake is subtle or occurs in a way that does not affect the overall structural integrity of the coin. Such an error, being both rare and technically an anomaly, becomes highly prized. In many cases, the scarcity of a specific error is what drives its value to astonishing heights. Collectors and experts alike revel in the hunt for these exceptional coins. Real-life stories from the numismatic community serve as compelling evidence of the coin's potential. One collector, while sorting through his pocket change, noticed an unusual doubling in the date on a 1998 nickel. Initially dismissed as a minor quirk, further examination revealed it to be a rare double die error. After having the coin authenticated, its value skyrocketed, and it became the centerpiece of his collection. In another instance, a misstrike error on a 1998 nickel was discovered by a hobbyist who had developed a habit of inspecting every coin in his possession. The misaligned design, though subtle, was enough to make the coin highly desirable among experts. Identifying a valuable error coin requires both knowledge and careful observation. Experts advise using a magnifying tool to scrutinize every detail on the coin. When examining a 1998 nickel, check the lettering, design lines, and mint marks for any signs of doubling or misalignment. It is also important to compare the coin to certified images or specimens that represent the standard issue. A deviation from the norm, even if minor, might be a clue that an error has occurred. Patience and a well-trained eye are essential in discovering these hidden treasures. Learning the specific minting practices of the U.S. Mint during that period can provide additional context for spotting anomalies. As interest in error coins grows, collectors continue to uncover coins with mistakes that defy expectations. The market for these coins is driven by rarity, the allure of discovery, and the thrill of owning a piece of minting history. The 1998 nickel serves as a perfect example of how an everyday object can hide secrets that elevate its worth. Over time, coins with verified errors have fetched astronomical prices at auction houses, and this particular coin is no exception. Each error, no matter how small it may seem, contributes to a narrative that captures the imagination of numismatists worldwide. All these factors lead to the ultimate insight about the 1998 U.S. nickel coin. Its true worth is not determined by its metal content or face value, but by the rarity and significance of its errors. Among the varieties, the double die error is especially prized, with some examples commanding extraordinary sums. A well-documented misstrike or distinct die crack can similarly boost its market status. Every coin carries a story of history and chance, turning a routine inspection into an opportunity to uncover a hidden gem. This serves as a reminder that even common coins may conceal secrets that redefine their legacy. This lesson challenges every dedicated collector. The 1982 U.S. nickel coin holds a secret that many casual observers would never suspect. At first glance, it appears as an ordinary piece of everyday currency. Yet, among the millions minted, a handful harbor rare errors that can transform them from common coins into extraordinary treasures valued in the hundreds of thousands, and in some cases, even millions. This story is not merely about a piece of metal. It is about the meticulous craft of minting and the rare anomalies that can occur in that process, anomalies that have captivated collectors for decades. Every coin produced in a U.S. mint is the result of a carefully controlled process. The specifications are precise. Each nickel must adhere to exact measurements in weight, diameter, composition, and design. Any deviation from these strict standards is usually the result of an unforeseen mishap during production. In 1982, thousands of nickels rolled off the presses, yet some experienced slight, almost imperceptible errors, mistakes that, under the right conditions, can boost their value astronomically. The production process involves multiple steps, starting with the creation of a master die that defines the coin's design. From this master, working dies are made, which then strike the planchets into finished coins. At any point in this chain, a misalignment, a misstrike, or an unexpected flaw in the die can leave an indelible mark on the coin. It is these rare imperfections, errors that occur in only a tiny fraction of coins, that spark intense interest among collectors and numismatic experts alike. One of the most well-known types of errors is the double die, where the coin's design appears to have a shadow-like duplicate due to the die having been struck twice or misaligned during the engraving process. On a 1982 nickel, this could manifest as a double date or even a doubled image on one of the coin's key elements. Another error that can occur is an off-center strike, where the planchet is not properly aligned with the die, resulting in part of the design being truncated. These errors are often difficult to detect with the naked eye and require careful examination, sometimes under magnification, to appreciate the subtle details that set them apart. There are also instances of repunched mint marks, where the mint mark has been impressed more than once on the coin's surface. This error can create a layered, almost three-dimensional effect that immediately signals its rarity. Collectors who specialize in error coins are trained to spot these anomalies by comparing suspected error coins to standard examples. They note differences in clarity, alignment, and the uniformity of design details. In many cases, the error is so minor that only the most discerning eyes can detect it, which only adds to the coin's allure and, ultimately, its market value. A seasoned collector once recounted the story of discovering a 1982 nickel in an old coin album, tucked away among other unremarkable pieces. Upon closer inspection, he noticed that the date seemed to have an unusual doubling, a phenomenon he had studied for years but rarely seen in person. After sending the coin to a respected grading service, he learned that this specific double die error was one of the rarest of its kind, elevating the coin's worth from a few cents to a sum that astonished him. Such stories are shared at coin shows and in collector circles, where the thrill of uncovering a hidden gem can be as captivating as the monetary reward. Spotting these rare errors is both an art and a science. A careful examination with a magnifying glass or microscope is essential. Start by examining the coin's date and inscriptions. Look for any irregularities in the letters and numbers, tiny duplications, or misaligned features that deviate from the norm. Next, assess the overall strike of the coin. An off-center strike might reveal a partial design that hints at an error during the minting process. Finally, pay close attention to the mint mark. If it appears to have been punched more than once, or if it seems uneven compared to other coins, this repunched mint mark error could be the key to its enhanced value. The value of a 1982 nickel error coin is determined by several factors. First, the rarity of the error itself plays a crucial role. With millions of nickels produced in 1982, even a slight error that appears in only a handful of coins can make that coin exceptionally rare. The condition of the coin is equally important. Coins that have been preserved in near-perfect condition without the wear and tear of circulation are far more desirable than those that show signs of heavy handling. Finally, the error must be verified by professional grading services, which provide collectors with a level of assurance regarding authenticity and rarity. Beyond the technical details, there is an undeniable thrill in the hunt for these rare coins. Collectors spend years scouring their collections, local coin shops, and even their own change, in search of that one piece that might be a valuable error. There are accounts of hobbyists finding such coins in the most unexpected places: a jar of loose change, an old coin album inherited from a family member, or even tucked away in a box in the attic. Each discovery carries the potential of uncovering a hidden treasure that could rewrite a collector's fortunes. Another type of error that occasionally affects the 1982 nickel is the die crack. Die cracks occur when imperfections in the die transfer onto every coin struck with that die. These cracks, often resembling fine lines running through the design, can sometimes be mistaken for wear. However, in a mint-era coin, these cracks are clear markers of an anomaly that occurred during the minting process. For collectors, a die crack on a coin that would otherwise be common is an invitation to look deeper into its provenance and potential value. The most compelling aspect of these error coins is the story behind them. Each rare 1982 nickel with an error carries with it a narrative of a moment when the minting process deviated from perfection, a moment that, while insignificant in the grand scheme of production, has become monumental in the eyes of collectors. It is a reminder that even in mass production, a single instance of imperfection can set an item apart from the rest. That singular flaw becomes a testament to the unpredictable nature of industrial processes, a twist in an otherwise uniform production run. For those interested in pursuing a collection of error coins, patience and persistence are essential. The journey often involves continuous learning and networking with other collectors, attending coin shows, and joining online forums dedicated to the nuances of mint errors. Researching auction results and familiarizing oneself with the grading standards of institutions such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service can also provide invaluable insight. These organizations evaluate coins based on a range of factors, including the clarity of the error and overall condition, which in turn affects the coin's market value. In the world of numismatics, the 1982 U.S. nickel coin serves as a powerful example of how a small deviation from the norm can result in a piece of history that is worth far more than its face value. Whether it is a double die, an off-center strike, a repunched mint mark, or a subtle die crack, each error tells a story of the intricate dance between human craftsmanship and mechanical precision. The coin reminds us that even in routine production, the unexpected can emerge, challenging our perceptions of value and rarity. This tale of the 1982 nickel is far from over. Every coin that makes its way into circulation carries the potential of being the next extraordinary find, a small anomaly that, when recognized by the discerning eye, can open the door to a world of high-stakes collecting and historical intrigue. The journey to uncover these secrets requires both technical knowledge and an unyielding curiosity, inviting collectors to look beyond the surface and seek the hidden imperfections that make a coin truly special.